friendly handshakes for the South African President Cyril Ramaphosa, but once inside the Oval Office, the ambush quickly followed.
Hello everyone. So Ramaphosa went to America to go discuss trade relations and this white genocide story. Come, let's take a look and go deeper into what's going on and what they spoke about.
Turn the lights down and just put this on. It's right behind you.
President Trump had lined up more than 5 minutes of videos of black South African politicians, including the former president, Jacob Zuma, calling for violence against white farmers. Designed entirely to put the country's president right on the spot in front of the world's media and back up Trump's claim that white South Africans are victims of an ongoing genocide.
Man, these are burial sites right here. Burial sites. Over 1,000 of white farmers.
As you can hear, Trump wants to make it all about race. But the honest truth is, it's not just white farmers. It's black farmers as well.
Murdered white farmers. What were they looking at, in fact?
Well, from what I can work out, Christian, good evening, they were looking at a monument that's called Wit Kruis, or Plaasmoorde, which effectively means in Afrikaans sort of farm murders. And as I understand it, in fact, it commemorates, the crosses each commemorate the death of one black or white farmer. So, in other words, it's not just a monument for white farmers, it's a monument for all people killed on farms or farmers. I mean, we have a very large number of black farmers in South Africa too, and many of them have been the victims of violence in rural areas. So that's what we were looking at.
So what I think happened was, Elon Musk came to South Africa and he wanted to put up Starlink in South Africa. But because of the rules and regulations, he wasn't happy. So he went to his best friend Donald Trump and he showed his best friend Donald Trump fake news. I just believe if he has to put up Starlink in South Africa, that's going to be a disadvantage for us as well, because there can be spyware. He can use it as leverage. He can switch off the internet at any time if you get too dependent on it. But anyway, let's go on.
In fact, police statistics show that black farm workers are being killed at a higher rate than white farmers.
Welcome. Welcome to the United States of America.
But so convinced is Trump of his statistics that last week his administration welcomed 59 white South Africans to America, granting them refugee status on the basis they were being persecuted at home. Many of the new arrivals were allegedly farmers. And this is the land that's at the centre of the dispute. Trump claims white Afrikaners who ruled during apartheid are being discriminated against by a new law that allows their land to be seized by the South African government without compensation. But the government says it's about ensuring the land is shared among all people and redressing the imbalance that sees white South Africans, just 7% of the population, own half its farmland.
So imagine, more than half of South Africa's farmland. That doesn't make sense. And the law that was put into place doesn't just take the farmland away from the Afrikaners. There's procedures to this. And the procedures, and one of them is, if you have farmland, big piece of farmland, I'm talking about hectares and hectares, because some people's got 3,000 hectares, 9,000 hectares, 125,000 hectares. So imagine somebody has 175,000 hectares, but they're only using 40 hectares. What's happening to the rest of that? The rest of that land can be distributed amongst all of us. Meaning, if you have a potential of farming, you can get that land. But it's not just of taking land. There's laws that's being put into place.
This bill, assented to by President Ramaphosa, outlines how expropriation can be done and on what basis. This law will assist all organs of state, local, provincial, and national authorities to expropriate land in the public interest for varied reasons. In terms of this law, an expropriating authority may not expropriate property arbitrarily or for a purpose other than a public purpose or in the public interest.
South Africa. Where was America when my great granny's land was taken away from her? Both sides of a family, mother and father. Father side from Johannesburg, mother side from Eastern Cape. Where was America back then? Because the Afrikaners took a lot of land without compensation. They just told our grandparents like, okay, you're gonna move there. We're gonna put you over there to non-fertile land. An amount of land they took wasn't equivalent to the land that they gave our great-grandfathers. And I'm not here to fight over the piece of land, but till today, our families is fighting for that piece of land. They're not even getting compensated. Many years in the making and nothing has happened. No progress. No one has saw a cent. So I don't think that it's wrong, because do unto others as you'd like them to do unto you. And I'm not saying kill the Afrikaners and all of it. No, Ubuntu. This is South Africa. We love our white people. We love our Afrikaners, you understand? But at the end of the day, we're trying to make right that was wrong. Why doesn't Donald Trump talk of that with his fake news with Elon Musk? They won't talk about all of that. Why? Because they believe white people is being killed. And at the end of the day, there you saw the evidence. More black farmers is being killed than white farmers. Those white farmers that left to America, I don't think they're in trouble or they think of genocide or they're gonna get killed. I just think those people are opportunists. And they want to go to the land of a free. Land of democracy, land of whatever. I don't know what is America. America is also not my homeland. You understand? So I don't know what is the things there. But one thing is, what I think, America is getting those Afrikaners because they chasing away their Latino farmers. You understand? All of those people who isn't white, they're chasing those farmers away. Now they want to bring our white Afrikaner farmers there because they know our boere, our farmers, our white Afrikaners, they're dangerous with the farm, you understand? They know farming. Truly, they do know farming. So now he's chasing away the people that is working on the land in America of different skin tone. He's chasing them away. Now he wants the African, and our Afrikaners isn't taking that shit. Seriously, they're not taking that nonsense anymore. Because, like, their culture is here. Everything is here. Afrikaner is actually like a colored, like I am. A mixed breed. Different races, different nationalities put together. Just white nationalities of European, American. You understand what am I trying to say? And they did fight for this land as well. Because the British, back in the days, if you can go Google the Boer War, yeah, you'll see. They fought the British to chase the British away out of South Africa. Why? They were being discriminated against. Their own people, white people, as you can say, but I don't say the British is the Afrikaners people. Because Afrikaners is South Africans. They are proudly South African. They have their own culture. You understand what am I trying to say? So, this story, and a lot of Afrikaners will agree with me. That is a nonsense story. Maybe that Afrikaners that left overseas, they just opportunists. They think they're gonna live nice in America, whereas they are gonna struggle. And seriously struggle in America. But Donald Trump wants them. Why? Because of his skills. Because they're good with their hands. They know what they're doing with the farms. And this thing now is going far. Too far. And I don't like it. If you want to, YouTube. What does Afrikaners think of Afrikaners living South Africa? And then you will see.